then like how OPEC could say, oh, we're gonna pump this much out, and this is what the benchmark is. Now they can be like, I pump what the fuck I want, and I set the
price. I mean, it could. I mean, it could. I don't know how global arbitrage works enough. Maybe I'm sure Ryan's here. He's a libertarian economics guru. Maybe he can tell us, or with somebody. I don't know. But they don't fuck with the Saudis, and they want independence anyway. So this gives them the excuse to get out.
Yeah, just because the war, they are both being attacked at the same time by
Oh,
Iran.
Daniel can come up. Daniel's an expert.
Daniel come up, Daniel.
Yeah, I don't know well enough. I just know the basics.
The war thing, the proxy beef that they had between two sides has ended. Like substantial disagreements between both sides and colluding against each other with proxy groups. So they just found an opportunity to get the hell out, and they're taking it.
Oh, that ain't the right Daniel.
Get it out, then we can go back to the news. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So, but I'm being completely, I'm not joking when I say this, and it's going to sound like I'm joking, but, I handle the affairs of, older people in my family and my, people like that. And this transgender for everyone thing is to the point where some of the older women that I'm helping, when I call, the insurance or whatever, I got the call, I'm talking like I'm talking to y'all. I say, yes, my name is Mary Smith. This is Mary Smith calling. Question me. So basically, I just got an issue for a woman. And because of the transgender for all situation that's, taking root in this country, I said, I'm not a sir, I'm a man. I put myself on mute, I was cracking up. Because the woman she couldn't figure it, like she was thrown off because I sound like this, yet I'm an 80-year-old woman and she can't question it. So now I can actually handle these people's affairs without having a conference with them and do all this other stuff. So that's one benefit to the transgender for all agenda is that men their, man or and they can represent themselves as the person, which is, fraud. It's making things easier for people to get things done. I just thought that was done.
Let's stop here. Yeah, go ahead. OPEC.
You go ahead. What were you going to say?
The transgender for all things.
I said we'll talk about it later.
No.
He said, you have already spoken. It's okay.
I'm just saying, if you need to handle your father's affairs, you don't have to get him on the line. You can do it yourself now.
This has nothing. I worked in customer service for years. And we never called a person's voice. I have called people, ma'am, when it was really a guy. I have called women, sir, really a woman.
Yeah,
it doesn't go by those. It's what can be verified.
I know, but
That's all. That's all. That's the conversation. Not going to go back and forth on this topic. It's over. It's finished. Thank you. Man, OPEC.
I need a few minutes.
see that?
No, you did. I said OPEC 12 times. Rude. Anyway, so the Saudis, you said they don't like them. They didn't want to be there. Okay, so pretty much it was wrapping up. Patty, did you want to go on the band? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did. They've always. Yeah, them actually, I think because I thought it might have been behind. Well, yeah.
global cooperation that we've had, but it's not necessarily a good move for the UAE because, you know, the global oil price is determined firstly by OPEC and the price that they set, and that then indicates a supply which, once the demand is ascertained, a price can be determined on the global markets. So I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing for global oil. I think it may be even detrimental to the US because the US needs a higher barrel price to make its oil production more profitable, or sort of profitable enough to continue. So it seems to be a strange move, but not unexpected.
I'm trying to go and see if there's any other article about it.
I'm just waiting for somebody to say petrodollar.
Well, apparently there was a report that the UAE looking to join BRICS, but then that would be counter or contrary to the US's interests. So it doesn't really make sense as any kind of brilliant strategic move, that's all.
Question could this be retaliatorial? Because we hear our president saying, "Oh yeah, come get oil from us," meaning America, and you have people who can't move their things around. I don't know. Leave this for the smarter people in here. Could this be a move to again accept other currencies because our leadership can't get their shit together? I'm going on mute.
I don't understand what you just said, Divine. Can you just clear it up a little bit more for me?
Is closed. By who? The blockade. Ships cannot enter and exit. People in that region need to move their product, right? Maybe they gotta move their product in some back alley type of way. They left OPEC. That's leaving OPEC says to me, I'm gonna go get this bag of money with or without you. This is all cause in this country.
And the blockade is being done by the United States of America, right? The blockade. And Iranian ports, right? Is that part right?
Like both Iran and the US both have their own blockades.
Okay, but Iran is blocking the strait, while what I'm understanding the US is blocking Iranian ports. I just want to get those parts clear. Is that right or no?
The US is stationed more in the Arabian Sea, and they are not letting Iranian ships through. The Iranians have their major influence closer to the top of the strait near Kars Island, whatever it's called, and they are not letting many of the other Gulf countries oil through, unless they pay a specific tax, the $1 a barrel
type thing. So they can still control the UAE's oil, but they do have like this side agreement with Oman because they do recognise that Oman controls half of the strait, but they won't let them control it.
Okay, so does it matter? Or if they start producing more oil when they can't even get it out? If everything is fucked up. So I'm confused with the conversation. Like, why are we even talking about how we're going to, what currency we're going to use if our product can't even get out? That's where I'm trying to get it from.
And there's other ways to get it out. Everything does not have to go through the Strait of Hormuz. There's other ways to get product out of that region.
Yeah, not really though. Not because remember, each tanker can carry up to 2 million barrels, and that's, you know, you need a pipeline, and there are pipelines. The Saudis have a pipeline, but if the Saudis are an OPEC, so you know, it's just a big old mess.
And the pipeline only holds up to 5 million barrels per day, right?
Yep. So tankers are incredibly useful because they can carry so much payload. They're very slow, but you know, 10 tankers is 20 million barrels of oil.
My response to that is slow money is better than no money.
Do you think it'd be logical that we might start finding different ways to not just being so dependent on oil, period? Is that even a thought? No? Never?
It won't happen because it's a structural issue, right? You've got so much of the world depends on petroleum-derived products, you know, fertilizers, all that sort of thing. They're so embedded into the global economy that the march of renewables has not been quick enough or deep enough. But the issue is that this stuff isn't necessary. I mean, there's plenty of supply of oil, but this is affecting the price in an adverse way. This Trump's action in the Straits.
Wait. So I'm reading here, UAE does have their own pipeline, and it goes through Oman and comes out the Gulf of Oman, so it bypasses the.
But does it come out still in the Straits though?
So it's outside the Strait of Hormuz. I said it's in the Gulf of. Yeah, and they can get. Probably
2 million barrels a day. Like
2 million barrels a day.
Low money better than no money. I hate with that, you know. You gotta get what you can get.
What if the slow money costs more than no money?
Oh, well then, I don't know, then you're fucked. But they trying to do something. I don't know what they're gonna do. They can't move product. They need to do something. They need to do something.
Well, I mean, how long is that? I mean, how long is that pipeline? That pipeline is 360 to 380 kilometers. Sounds like an easy target for a bunch of drones.
Yeah, so it's the 1.5 to 1.8 million barrels through the pipeline, but prior to the war starting, they were exporting 3.5 million barrels per day. So they're still only at half capacity at best.
Yeah,
but yeah, money's money.
Yeah. And it says most of it's underground. What they would be able to hit would be the storage tanks and the loading facilities.
It looks like that since the announcement by the UAE a few hours ago, the Brent barrel price has not come down significantly. I think it's down 10 or 20 cents per barrel. Still at $109.50, $109.70. It was at $110 a bit earlier. So the fact that they have the ability to supply extra hasn't necessarily been recognised by the market because of the constraint of caused by the closing of the straits.
Good morning, Patty.
Good morning.
Good morning, the rest of y'all.
How about the ladies that brought you up?
For real.
Good morning to you, First Lady Tiandria, Van, Divine, Lisa. I don't know who you are, Butter. Good morning to you, Lord, Cunning, Arthur, Brian. Good morning to the goo. Let's see if there's any names.
What do you mean you don't know who I am? What are you talking about?
I wasn't talking about you, Lisa. Of course I know who you are, Lisa. I don't know who Butter is.
Butter's good, girl. She's good. She's a good woman. I'm gonna break.
Looking at the goo, see if it's the same crew.
Check this out, you know. We were going to war in Iran, and something came up about the Iran proposal. So if they reopen those, they're cool with that without getting a nuclear deal. And that's how they are looking at into this war. Isn't this what started the war? Stop playing, Penny. I'm not playing. This is what started it. About right now. It says U.S. appears cool on Iran proposal to end war, reopen Hormuz without a nuclear deal.
No deal?
No nuclear deal. But he's gonna say I got it. So Hormuz got stopped. The strait got interrupted because we went to war.
Oh, even now it's written in an article that Netanyahu, since he didn't reach his ultimate goal in Iran, that his party is falling. It might go horrible in the next election.
Okay, this is what it says. The Iranian proposal would focus on reopening the Hormuz, ending the war the U.S. and Israel began 2 months ago, but table the nuclear talks until a later date.
went over to Whitestone, so I took a picture for you.